Hello, good morning. It's me, Adnan Rahman. I'm your market analyst from Errante. In this video, I'll be explaining you each and everything regarding the tariff story, a brief view, and then what is expected. And you can watch this video in a 2x if you guys want, a fast audio. Okay. Now I'll start with a little brief view of what has happened already. Okay, first of all, we came to know that the Bank of Canada has gone for a rate cut. Okay, and they have cut by 25 basis points, and then the rate came down below to 3%. Okay, this is what we know. And then there were tariff challenges looming around. Okay, they were scared of that tariff challenges, due to which we could see that the Canadian dollar was in a tight range of a daily inside bar. I'll take to the chart slowly, don't worry. And then it was said that if the projected tariffs are implemented, then we can see a downfall in the CAD GDP. Okay, that is what they said over here. And then we saw this, that they are, they are going to towards the resumption of that asset purchase program, also known as quantitative. Okay, this is what they said. This is what we were expecting and what they said. Okay, now let's see what actually happened. Over the weekend, what we saw in regards to this tariffs imposition, okay, that 25% of this tariff was imposed on Canada and Mexico and 10% on China. Okay, after this, what was their response? China, they said they will take countermeasures, and what they did was they said that they will take countermeasures, and then they said they will challenge this under the WTO. And what is WTO? It is the World Trade Organization, and they said they will obviously challenge it, that this is against the global trade laws, and it's somewhat of having an element of pressurization and all that kind of stuff, legally whatever they can say. Okay, this was something from China. And then, as a response of this 25% tariff on Canada, what Canada did is that they have also imposed 25% tariff on the US. Okay, so this is what happened over the weekend. And the things did not end over here. What we saw later on is that now, as soon as today the market has opened, we saw a weakness in Canadian dollar, MXN, Mexican currency, Chinese currency, Australian currency, and the New Zealand currency. We saw weakness in this one because there were 25% tariffs on Canada and 10% tariffs on the Chinese currency or China. Okay, as a result, the safe haven currencies went towards the upside in regards to these currencies. Okay, these were towards the upside. Okay, these were towards the upside and these were towards the downside. And things that didn't end over here. What were the economic consequences? Okay, we can expect now a potential Canadian recession. Okay, a recession in Canada. This is what we can expect. And then there are talks, okay, of a tariff on euro and the UK as well, because earlier, since President Trump had his seat, he did not talk much about the euro in UK, the tariffs on them. But now he's expecting, or he's like wanting to have some talks on tariffs on these two as well. Okay, so if this happens, okay, if this tariff situation happens on these two, then we can expect a weakness in both of these as well. So if this happens, so what we will see CAD towards the downside, euro and GBP also towards the downside. You already know that euro is not doing well as GBP is also not that good. So if they have this tariffs imposed, that means this is a down scenario for all of them. Okay, this is, all of this we already knew, or it was somewhat that is expected. But here comes the main part. Okay, at this place, this is the main part. What happens over here right now is that Trump, he said earlier that if he may see any sort of retaliation from Canada or any other economy in terms of his imposed tariffs, then he may double the tariff. Okay, this is what he said. He will double the tariffs. Okay, he will double the tariff. So now, as we have already seen retaliation from the Canadian side, okay, so now if this is what I'm saying, if the tariffs are doubled, okay, Okay, if the tariffs are doubled, then we can see a massive strength in the USD. Okay, okay, and a massive weakness in the CAD. Keep this in mind because this is what he said and that has happened. Okay, and now okay, this is what we have seen. Now what is the market expecting now? Right now the market is expecting to either see this type of movement, okay, and go into the strength of the USD, okay, or let me get rid of all this reading, or the market is wanting to send some sort of agreement, okay, agreement like a handshake between all of these two economies like USD and CAD. If there is an agreement, okay, then we can see CAD weakness to come to a stall, okay, and then you can see some range, and then we can see the market moving towards the downside because USD CAD has already broken the 22-year high. So this is all the scenario right now. The market awaits on this double tariff story or agreement. Okay, now you can see DA. Okay, this is for double tariff and A for agreement. So any of this direction market will move. Now keep this in mind in terms of this Canadian dollar. Now let me take you to the technical analysis. What do we know? As we can see, this is the USD CAD chart, and this line over here and this line over here, this is your daily IB, daily inside bar. Okay, it has taken a week almost to break towards the upside. It has broken from this place towards the upside, and now if you can do the math, you can see that this, okay, this number of pips is equal almost to this one. See, 100 extension has taken the place, and with this 100 extension we can see this gap over here. Okay, so now let me get this out of the way, and now if we have a test of this gap over here, okay, somewhere over here, and then if we move towards the upside, then this will be a scenario in which we want to see double tariff. Okay, this is what we want to see, double tariff, because keep in mind that this line over here, it has already broken the 22 high. Okay, you can go to the backside and you can see. On the other hand, if we have any some sort of agreement or anything that says that okay, now Canadian dollar can get some strength, in that case we can move towards the downside or continue this movement towards the downside. Okay, so keep this in mind. Okay, in the last, I'll take you to the interest rate forecast. What do we know? Let me scroll down to the Bank of Canada interest rate. All we can see that the interest rates are expected to fall to 2.9%. That is what we can have for now, or what is expected for now. And even though after having all of this fall, okay, the interest rate of USD is 3.8%. It's a little bit better and fundamentally in a stronger side. This one is in a stronger side. Okay, okay, keep this in mind. And then besides this, if we let me get out of this sort of the space, and you can take screenshots of this one. And guys, if you want to have access to this sheet, please do let me know, but this is only available for Errante customers. Okay, I repeat, it is only available for Errante customers.